everyone, welcome to Spallet Studio. If you guys are new here, hi, it is me Sukhmani, and in this video, we're going to be taking part in the October Art Challenge, Peachtober. So, October art challenges are kind of a thing in the art community. I think so. It started with Inktober, and it just like have so many variations after like years and years of the challenge. And we did participate in one Arttober challenge that I created for myself. That was back in 2021, and in 2022 we did like the horror-esque themed artworks. And during those challenges I did a challenge to post every day on YouTube, but this time I really wanted to do something different and challenge myself a little bit more. This year we're going to be taking part in the Peachtober art challenge set by Furry Little Peach here on YouTube. And this is like an art challenge I feel like so many of the artists take part in, and mostly like illustration artists, I think so. I don't know that much, but I just wanted to give it a try this time, to have like a prompt list instead of referencing photographs, because I feel like as an artist I can draw if I have a reference, but I could not like imagine and draw. I do have a vivid imagination, but I could not ever like put anything on paper. So this time I felt like I needed to challenge myself. So this prompt list is a list of 31 different prompts that you have like a word or a thing or a something, and you have to think about the artwork, create something and paint it. So I thought, maybe what if we create something that ties it all together, the whole prompt list? Because obviously I could never make stuff easy for myself. I created something that would be part of a bigger story. So today is October 1st, and I know I should have started painting, but there's also this other thing that I really want to practice during this whole art journey of creating the Peachtober artworks, is to not put myself in a rigid little box that I do every time, that I have to post every day, I have to do this every day, I have to do something every day. That is also one of the reasons why I'm not creating one video for YouTube every day during this whole challenge, because I feel like because of that I don't create and make more creative stuff. This time I'm thinking of giving myself a little bit more time on each artwork, and think of it like creating 31 artworks instead of creating 31 different posts. You know what I mean? So I think I will begin tomorrow. Today I am a little bit in the zone of creating the whole like project about how it's going to go, like the concepts of each artwork. And this time I think so the only references that I'm going to be using are the ones just to see how to draw a certain thing, but create the whole artwork myself. It is a bit intimidating and bit challenging for me, but I really wanted to think outside the box. So here it is. Also the fact that I am a little bit sick today because I just came back to India like day before yesterday, and I was sick yesterday, and I'm a bit like, I just sat on my computer and just like was thinking of ideas and the concepts on what to paint and what to do and how I want like the whole thing to connect itself. I got tired, so I cannot really post or paint anything right now. But if you guys do want little glimpses of this, check out my Instagram. Check out my Instagram, and we'll get to the artwork number 1 now. we're going to start painting, and I just finished priming this piece of paper. I'm thinking of doing like every artwork on this A5 paper that is meant for acrylic paints. It does have a bit of a texture. I did some gesso. By the way, I'm still a little bit sick. So the artworks, I don't know how they're going to turn out. I feel like once I start, then I would feel like a little bit more confident in like what I'm making. Until then, let's see how it goes. I do look so sick though. I do have been working on a concept of like how I want my artworks to look like, but this is like very rough drawings. I'm going to be referring like a few things on Pinterest, so I like know how to draw them. But I'm very nervous with starting this. Like, it's October 3rd and I just finished creating the first post. I've not yet posted though. This vlog is quite different. I know I'm wearing the same t-shirt and I have not combed my hair. Like, I don't comb my hair. I have curly hair, but I've not like done my hair properly since I woke up. But it looks so good. Yes, I really wanted to go for the comic book theme. If you guys want to check out this, you have to follow me on Instagram. And right now I am going to be painting the second panel for our story. And I'm very excited. I painted something that I have not done ever. I am like a little nervous and excited. Also, I am still sick. My voice sounds a little bit different, but I hope we can get there. Though I am doing the work that I should have done on day 2, but it's day 3 and I'm not yet posted the first painting. I'm just like, one side of my mind I'm thinking like I have to post on time and I have to do like one painting every day and this and that. On the other side, I really want this to be like a good project. So I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know like how it will turn out, though I will try to catch up with the actual timeline of posting one painting every day. But I don't think so I can do that whilst I'm sick. So let's hope I get well sooner and catch up with everything. I hope I can finish the painting number 2. And I think so tonight at late at night I can start painting number 3, because now I kind of have an idea of how the paintings will look like, and I kind of have an idea of how the posts will look like. So I'm kind of confident now. When I didn't know like what I like, it was just in my mind, it just felt like a little too far to touch. But now I'm excited. So let's start. Painting number 2. on day 3. By the way, you hear the crackers outside. It's like festival season here in India, so there are going to be a lot of crackers throughout this whole month. Yesterday too, like there was a festival where you burn uh it's like the shara. It's a whole thing. Hopefully someday I can explain, but I will like link a reel in my description. That guy like describes all these festivals very well. You know the guy I took art class from? Yeah, that guy. He does very good like Indian mythological artworks too. So I'll link that so you guys can check it out. Though we are trying to create a story of our own. Hi everyone, I am feeling so much better now, and also I'm back in the studio. Earlier, I was in my other study, like my other place, and because of that, I did not film like the painting parts. I was too busy, like trying to catch up because I started the project when I was sick. So, we are almost 12 days in. It is October 12th today, and I just finished painting number 10 yesterday, and I'm halfway done with painting number 11. I am still behind. I know, but at least we're like having a better hold of where the story is going. So, as I've mentioned throughout the video, that I created a project that interlinked all of the prompts together. Here is how I created my story. So, the whole project is obviously from the Peachtober prompts that were given by Furry Little Peach. I like for the past few months, I've been like wondering how to write a story because I don't know, I cannot be satisfied with one problem I give myself, one hobby I give myself. I have multiple hobbies, and I have been like thinking maybe I want to create a story, and this felt like a perfect opportunity. So, I present to you my story. And as for like any story, there are supposed to be like different acts to it. So the first act in our story is innocence, and that also like is divided into different emotions that I really want my panels to express. So the innocence part of our story was from like the first 8 panels: acorn, kite, slug, gingham, poppy, ring, strawberry, and leaf. And even in that, like, I wanted to depict different emotions. So the first three panels with the acorn, kite, and slug are more like in wonder of like why the things are the thing way the things are, and why we have woken up in the middle of a field with no memory at all, and like all those questions that you have in the beginning of a story, like why is a thing the way it is in this story, like what does everything means. In the third panel you get like a prediction, foreshadowing to the further storyline, and that's where the plot thickens. I am better, but I still have like a little bit of cough. So the after we get the prediction, we are kind of pulled into the storyline of like we want to experience, like somebody tells you something and just like you want to know what happens, right? That's mostly how I think. So we get to know something at the end of third panel, and we're like, oh, what does it mean? Let me think about it. I'm just like kind of thinking about it all the time. Our main character is like thinking about it all the time, and she wants to know what lies like beyond. Okay, so we have the pull in panel 4, 5, and 6, where you are pulled into the thought of knowing something more, and then you are pulled into it in the sixth panel, where you are supposed to make a decision that will affect your story. So that's where the story, I don't know, does this video even make sense, but I'm just going to go with it anyway. So in the next part, it's like you are pulled into it, and then you're into the awe of everything, like wow, so good, amazing, what is going on, why are the things the way they are. Now you're even more in like thought, like am I dreaming, is it real, what's going on. So we are in awe, and because of our decision, by the way, this story is not a fairy tale, it is a fable. So it's not going to be all happiness and roses, but the second phase of our paintings and the story is the corruption. Am I explaining it right? Let me explain it again. So our story is divided into 4 parts: innocence, corruption, descent, and revelation. Revelation? Yes. And that's how the story is going to go. We are done with the innocence part, and we are in our corruption era. And in that, like in the first few panels, you're going to hint at the corruption that is coming your way, and then you feel the dread of not like how everything is changing, and you can't do really anything about it, not realizing that it was your own decisions that led you to here, you being our main character girl. And then we have the realization that we are stuck here and can't really do anything about it, that we chose wrong, and how our decisions are affecting everything that is happening around us. Anyway, that's where we are. Right now, I'm just like painting without thinking of anything, like without how I don't know, like if I want to film every aspect of painting, because this is not a tutorial. This is a deep dive into how my brain is working, creating a storyline that I just came up in like half a day, though I give myself some points for that. Anyway, it's day 12, and I should really be painting instead of just like standing here and talking. It's been a few days, and few days that I did not record at all. I feel like I've sort of trapped myself in this storyline, and I'm finding it very difficult to focus on anything else because it's taking so much of my time and I'm so many days behind. I've not been able to catch up, and also the fact that it is festival season here in India. Because of that, like, I had to go meet people. I know we should meet people, like human interaction and all that shit, but because of that I've not been able to focus on my work and I am several days behind. Today is 19th of October and I'm currently painting the 15 panel aquarium. I don't know how I'm going to get this done. I really wish to finish up these artworks. I had hoped to take some time out and work on the shop. I had hoped to do like other stuff, but here I am, nothing really completed. And I feel like because I've been like creating the panels and the compositions from scratch, sort of like thinking about the story and this and that and that. I've been like a few days I've not been able to do anything because I just don't know what to put on the paper. So yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know how this story is going to turn out. I really don't know. And the fact that during all these days, I have ignored every other thing that I was doing. I've ignored the Life of Sukhmani YouTube channel. I've ignored the Together Tribe YouTube channel. I'm okay with the Coffee to Go one because I had already scheduled the posts for those, but I missed so many posts. And I don't know, like every day I would come in my studio, I would just sit here, paint, not even turn on my laptop at all to see like if I have anything else to do that day. I don't know why I'm behaving like this, and I'm not really liking this version of myself. But I am liking the story, but I feel like I've a little bit swayed away from the reality of the things and other responsibilities that I should be partaking in. So I don't know what to say. I just had nothing like if I'm coming every day to the studio and doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, like how much should I record? That is what had been plaguing me. Also the thought of recording had been plaguing me. I'm just like focused on this story. I don't know why I started this project, why I thought like it would be a good idea to make a story out of it. Sometimes I don't understand myself. I know this is a good idea. I know. But I'm just struggling at this moment. So now, obviously, I have to paint and I have to do the other stuff. I feel like I should not be seeing any people now and just focus on this. But that's not how I want to live my life. I don't know what to do. Also, like, there are so many festival seasons, stuff happening, Diwali parties. I went to the party, had fun, and wasted the next day because I could not, for the life of me, get up and work at all. I don't know. I don't know what am I even trying to say here. But yeah, that has been going on this October. I hope you guys are enjoying this video that doesn't really make any sense. So, it is day 24 of our Peachtober prompt story that we've been making. And as you guys might remember, I was explaining what our story consists of and how it goes like through different stages and different acts, and like where our main character is going to go. That will be up to interpretation, even though I am building a major timeline for it. And as we finished the corruption era of our character, we are obviously met with the realization and realize like how everything is all a result of our decisions that we've made, and how everything is affected by our choices. So we can either be like helpless about it, or we can do something about it. Even though like everything around her is sort of giving helplessness, but our character is more and more determined to get out of there and to be free of the shackles that she had placed on herself in a way. So the next few panels obviously are descents and the feeling of entrapment in the choices of her actions. But we are obviously going to give this like, because this is a fable, no? It's going to have obviously some sort of good points, maybe. I don't know yet. But like, we are obviously going to try and fight back. Everything that has been haunting her is going to take like a physical shape, so it can be depicted better with the artworks. I'm not going to say what it is, but if you guys have the Peachtober prompt list, you might guess it. But after we are able to slay our demons, we can go into the revelation where we are given a choice again to let go or to continue in this circle of complicated things. And we are given a choice to change in the future, even though it all starts back to where everything began. But would we remember it again, or are we going to have our character be sort of be trapped in a dream she cannot wake from because she keeps on making the same choices, or does she at a point make a different choice? Now that is the question. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I've been having so much fun with this video, and I was just editing this video, the one that you guys are seeing, and it is so much fun. Even though like I'm talking nonsense for so much of it, but I hope you guys will be enjoying this video because I am having so much fun making this. We did not show a lot of painting or like this and that, but I just like kept thinking before starting this video that you can only film a painting so many ways: time lapse, match cuts, this, that, cinematic video, I've done that, tutorials, I've done that. But I was like, maybe it's time to take you guys deep dive into my brain, because at this moment, like, I if you guys don't know already, that I jump from this topic to that topic like that because everything is going on simultaneously in my brain. The story is already finished in my brain. That sometimes gives me like so a little bit of false sense of finishing a project, even though I've not finished a project. I am working on it though. Right now, I know it is day 24, but I am way too behind. I have the ideas laid out for all these panels that I've not yet made, but I've made like compositions of. It's going to take some time, I know, but we're just getting there, and hopefully, you guys will be able to see the whole story and maybe interpret it yourself. You can what am I even saying? You guys can let me know in the comments if you guys have any thoughts on what I have been making, and if you guys got an opportunity to write a story using the prompt words, what would you guys write? That is an excellent question. I know. Anyway, so the final story I will be posting on 7th of November. I know it is a little bit late, but this year I have sworn to be consistent, even if it is not every week posting stuff, but just like posting at least every other week, because that way, like, making art does take time, and this project has been taking so much of my time. I just want it to be good rather than make a rushed video and just like mess up everything, because I respect my artwork more now to give it time, and I do respect your time watching my videos and just like seeing. And it's better to not give a shitty video consistently and give like a better video little by little. Does that make sense? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Sometimes I be saying weird shit, but that is why you guys are here and you guys enjoy it too. I think so, because if you guys don't, just let me know. I will read it. So that is all for this video. Hope you all do come back on 7th of November for the final video. It will be fun. It is going to be so much fun. The story is so much fun. I had so much fun painting it, and I got to take you guys and give you all like a little bit of a glimpse of what I think about and how I came up with this. It is a little like I have not explained like each and everything to you guys, because the thing is, with art, like earlier I used to think like if I am making a story like this, if I am making a story like this, I could like make a reel about it, like the ones that I've been posting. I could do voiceover, but then it would be like spoon feeding the artwork to the viewer. But that doesn't really make sense, because art, now I'm thinking about it, art is supposed to be like interpreted by individual person, and it could, like, every panel, the story that I am thinking of, maybe it won't be what you guys are thinking of and how you view it. Even though there are subtle messages in every panel that I've made, maybe it is different for you guys than it is for me, and I really want to know what you guys think of it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I will keep on saying this, and like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.